that's had a huge play on my life. And maybe that's not realistic for you because you want to go enjoy yourself on the weekend. Cool. But Monday through Friday, can you be disciplined and can you start to work on this habit of going to bed at the right time? Welcome back to another episode of Thrive Mode Radio. I'm your host, Marcus MacKay, and so it's 2022. Everybody's thinking about what they want to achieve this year. What's everybody's big ambitions? And unfortunately, no one's taught how to properly set goals. I know I wasn't in school. The main question was, what do you want to be when you grow up? What's your professional aspirations? I guess that's kind of goal setting, but it was just like go through school. That's how you get there. But how do you actually achieve goals? What's the science behind it? And so today I'm going to share our exact framework we use at M Perform and W Perform to get outstanding results with our clients. And so you'll notice the process of setting goals, whether it's in your physical fitness, whether it's you have personal goals, whether you want to buy a house, you want to get a car, you want to start a business, or professional goals, sorry, you want to start a business, you want to get promoted, you want to become a partner, whatever it is. The goals and the goal process, this whole thing what I'm going to teach you is the same thing. And so it first starts with vision. And so vision, what's pretty amazing is the human brain is the only brain in the animal species or the animal world that can visualize a future better self. We're the only animals that can picture ourselves doing things in the future, achieving things in the future. So the first thing is getting clear on your vision. And this vision needs to be super inspiring. It has to pull you out of bed. It has to be exciting. When you think of this vision daily and you write it down daily, because for those who just write their goals down once a year, and then at the end of the year, they wonder why they didn't achieve any of those goals, it's because you didn't get enough frequency. You must set the vision, set the goal consciously. You think about it. But as you develop habits that become unconscious, you'll discover that goals are achieved unconsciously. You're not thinking about it because the vision, this person you're becoming, has become so ingrained in your identity. So when it comes to vision, is who do you want to be? Who is this identity? Who is this person? Set a goal that makes something of you and someone of you. So for instance, let's say you want to be a hero, you're a father, you're a leader in your business, whatever it is. What are the attributes and habits of a hero? Right? Think about that. They're inspiring, they're well spoken, they have good communication skills, they have all these things. So now you can just create a list of all the habits that you need to work on. If I want to look like an athlete and be like an athlete, okay, when I look at life through the lens of an athlete, what are the things an athlete does on a regular basis? What do they put in their body? How do they express their body? How do they move? What kind of lifting do they do? All those types of things. Those are all habits. Maybe I want to show up as a monk each day. I'm working this year. I really want to work on my anxiety. I really want to work on my presence, right? Being calm, cool, calm, and collected. So I might want to show up as a monk. So what are the habits as a monk? Do they meditate every day? Do they have a breathing practice? All these types of things. So you can see once you get clear on the person you want to become and you get super fired up, I want you to get super excited because you have to get excited every single day. And so a lot of people just set goals at the start of January and then they never revisit it. They feel this fresh start. And I'm feeling it too. It's because you've removed the cobwebs from 2021. It's time for a new chapter. That's what it really gives you. But if you can have the perspective that every single month is a new chapter, you can feel that fresh start. At the start of every season, you can have that fresh start. Right? In spring, flowers start to bloom. In fall, the leaves start to fall. There's a change of season. That's a fresh start. But the most powerful thing is every single day is a fresh start. Our whole body cycle is on a 24-hour cycle, give or take. And so every single morning you can wake up with a fresh start, with a new vision, with a new ambition. So you see, it's not this one time a year you got to set goals. So now we've uncovered, hopefully, you've started to think about who you want to be. You're imagining yourself this clear vision. The clearer the vision, the better the execution. Now we got to get clear on the habits that you want to work on. So let's say I want to be a lean, healthy, agile, mobile person. What's the first thing I need? What's my big rock? What's going to hold me back? It's likely nutrition. It's likely eating habits that are going to get you results for the rest of your life. So, what are the things you're going to practice every single day? When you were a kid and you were learning to tie your shoes, it wasn't that you just didn't tie them one day. You practiced every day. It sucked. It was hard. But learning how to eat properly, being mindful, chewing properly, hitting a water goal, starting your day with hydration, making sure you get adequate protein to keep you more satiated so that you don't have cravings. These are all habits that you need to continually work on until they become automatic, that you don't think about them. They just become easy for you. But if you don't feel some inertia and you're not being challenged, right, you're not learning. So we want to make sure that we create a list of habits that are going to have the highest impact in your goal. So if over the next year I want to lose 50 pounds, from a nutrition standpoint, right? I want to lose 50 pounds because someone who is lean, mean, agile, mobile, healthy, vibrant, they're 50 pounds less than I am right now, right? What are the habits around nutrition? Okay, what are the habits around training and movement? Can I lift weights 4 times a week? That's a habit. And if I want to do that, do I set up a schedule where I train, maybe it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, but I stick to it. And I do it earlier in the day so I make sure it happens. Because if you're trying to implement a new habit, the research suggests that doing it within the first 8 hours of you waking up is going to have way better results. Okay? So habits around movement, habits around recovery, sleep. Maybe you pick one habit for nutrition, one habit for movement, one habit for recovery. It's just hitting a consistent bedtime. One of the biggest things I've done for my life is 7 days a week I go to bed at the same time, roughly between 9 and 10 p.m. And even on a Saturday, I'll wake up before 6 a.m. It's awesome. No one else is up. But for my energy, for my health, for my mental health, well-being, that's had a huge play on my life. And maybe that's not realistic for you because you want to go enjoy yourself on the weekend. Cool. But Monday through Friday, can you be disciplined and can you start to work on this habit of going to bed at the right time? Maybe, right, you want to start a mindset habit or a mindset practice. You want to journal every morning. Again, if it happens first thing, has a much higher chance of happening. So you see, you split your health into these 4 areas, and you can develop habits until they become ingrained in you and start producing results without you thinking about them. You're going to practice them every single day. So we have vision, habits, and then the last thing is accountability. And this is what we hammer home so much at MNW Perform. Every week we have our clients check in. Number one, it creates the habit of checking in with their health every week. Even if they don't work with us for the next 5, 10 years, hopefully in our time together, they get into the habit that it becomes automatic that every single week they check in with their sleep, their hunger, their recovery, their energy, their digestion, and their stress. They check the scale to see how things are going. They check progress photos to see how their structure is changing, see how their body is changing. That's the habit we're trying to ingrain, but we're also holding them accountable. because this is where people really struggle. They set these goals, but then they have no accountability. So that's why coaching is so helpful. That's why accountability of partners are so helpful. That's why booking appointments are so helpful because it's added accountability. One of the other things that I didn't touch on is structuring your reward systems. So once you've set the vision, you have the habits, and you've developed accountability, is what are you going to do when you achieve that goal? Is it going on a vacation? Is it buying a watch? Whatever it is that will really push the reward centers. Remember being a kid? I know my parents did this. They're like, hey, you get your grade two in piano, we'll buy you an N64. We'll play video games. If you do this, if you do all your homework, we'll go on this ski trip. So that's just tapping into the reward centers of your brain. So when you achieve this vision, when you achieve this goal, how are you going to reward yourself? And if you want to go a step further, is what happens if you don't achieve it? Right? Sometimes what we'll do with our coaching business is we'll do like 60-day boot camps to really push our clients. And if they don't achieve their goals over the 60 days, is we make them put something negative on the line, whether it's contributing to a charity that they don't like, whether it's giving up a trip, right? Something negative. So what you have in those two things, the big reward, the big shiny object that's going to keep you inspired or keep you moving, but then you have the stick behind you is you're working on these two motivational systems. You're working on the carrot in front of you, the exciting thing, but then you have the stick behind you, the negative. What happens if it doesn't happen? So I hope this podcast was helpful. And if you're not revisiting your goals every day and not thinking about what you want out of this life, that might be the best thing that you could ever do for yourself. Because there's nothing in playing small. I want you to play big and I want you to win. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Till next time.